Okay, I think we're ready. Can everyone hear me? Please say hi in the chat if you can hear me. My name is Martin Ricketts. I'm the founder of Digital Samurai. We're in Toronto, Canada. Welcome to the Angels Network Virtual Summit. I'm excited. This is the first time I've done this with the Angel Network. So Digital Samurai, I'll just give you a little overview of what we're about. We've created a frictionless, cost-effective way of producing the most valuable, most effective sales-generating content you can create, original video content. We call it our modular content production engine. We provide easy-to-use marketing systems and content production automation. The process is what makes us unique. We enable you to focus on telling your story, using video to capture spontaneous moments of creativity that add value to your target audience. We help you reveal your unique expertise so you can grow your reach and revenue faster, and over time, outsource all the tedious work to us. So that's what I'm going to go over with this presentation, repurposing your content. Because if you can repurpose your content, then you don't have to do as much work. So a few facts on the ground, as I like to call them, the Army term. The bar has been raised on production. You can't just put out text. You can't just put out pictures. People want videos. It's really key to being successful in digital marketing. People want videos. It's really important. And in fact, Gary Vaynerchuk, one of the top digital marketers in the world, says content is everything. The best way to build your brand is start putting out content on the internet every day. And of course, he's talking about video content. Like it or not, every one of you now is a media company. And the ramifications of that are considerable. It means that you have to create content like you're a TV company. Now, that's what people are looking for. What does it take to be a global influencer in the digital age? Content. Content is everything. Content is king. And context, what you send where, is also incredibly important. But in this age of infinite supply and everyone has access, you're competing with the world. Everyone can create a YouTube channel. And so speed, efficiency, and precision of execution are the calling cards of global influencers. How fast you can execute, how fast you can take that information you got from the event and turn it into content, how fast you can take your thoughts and your creativity and turn that into content. That is the game, and that is what we help you with. Now, Gary Vaynerchuk also says, today digital marketing is all about voice and audio and social first, not website and email. People often will say to me, I need to do a website. Well, first of all, that website is the container, it's the tool, right? It's not important. What's important is what's on the website. And websites simply aren't the best way to get at people. It's social media doing direct messages, DMs, with a video, with audio. And email rates are really low. So there's all kinds of new ways to get clients, and they all come around to creating content and putting it out on social media. And really, there's just these two types of content: original copy, things you've written, and original video, things you've shot. And it could be selfies, it could be something spontaneous out of the park with your handheld camera, down to a full studio where you have set up with lights, camera, action. But this is the way that you want to market these days. If you're not doing original video, then you're at a severe disadvantage. Now, there's a number of things that you can do to make your content more valuable. These are standard protocols and tactics, mental triggers that are taught by some of the top digital marketers in the world. You've got your attention-getting headline. In this case, the green arrows are pointing to, we have the master headline, and then we have the sub-headline, and in this case, we have a third one too. You could do 1, 2, or 3, depending on what you're trying to tell, and we do all of them. Then you've got a graphics overlay, like mine there. Those are really good for reminding people at that point what you're talking about. And then your branding logo bug, you may want to put that on as well, consistently throughout the whole thing. Then you got pattern interrupts. A pattern interrupt is what you see on a billboard outside, where you look in the billboard and there's a guy sitting on the top of it waving, or something sticking off the billboard. They interrupt your vision, and you see it more. You see it. So in this case, we're using the pills. This was a matrix, red pill or blue pill post. But you see they're coming off the main header and into the picture below, interrupting the pattern. Number 5, summation recap. It's a good idea to do those at the end. You talk about, you do the thing, then you tell them what you did. And then, of course, the most important probably is the call to action. If you're creating content, but you're not putting in a call to action, telling them to do something with a lead magnet, an ethical bribe, whatever you want to call it, some gift. And by the way, a PDF just doesn't cut it anymore. A PDF or e-reader, not a good lead magnet. The best lead magnets are ones that are immediately consumable and easily and immediately add value. Yes, a PDF might add value, but only if they read it. And the numbers on that are abysmal, single digits of people that read those things. And it's not immediate. So you want to do something that's got immediate value, that's much more powerful. There are 6 tools that we use to automate production. And really, this is the key thing that I want you to understand. These tools make it so that you don't have to do things in real time. You don't have to necessarily outsource it. If you work in this way, you'll have a much more streamlined approach, a systematized approach. And this is what I'm going to show you. One of the first ones and most powerful one is Google Slides. Now, Google Slides is like PowerPoint from the standpoint it's for a slide deck presentation. But it's more like Photoshop for the things that we're talking about. These are some of the slides that we've created. So what we do is we set up what we call our scratch pad. And scratch pad is simply a staging area, an ongoing place where we create templates for use in social media. Now you notice these are all square, 1 by 1. You ideally want to create 1 by 1 posts because it's like the difference between a half-page ad in a newspaper and a full-page ad. If they were both the same price, which one would you take? Duh. And it's the same here. A 16 by 9 widescreen post in Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, is half the size of a 1 by 1. So always do a 1 by 1. And so in that way, you can have your 16 by 9 in the middle. You see the template we have there at the beginning. So where it says 16 by 9 1080p transparent, I just take that out as you see all these ones. So that means that you can set up G-Slide to do these headers and footers. And that's what we have, the scratch pad. And so then you just go into one that's similar to the one you want to create. So say like Meet Astro, it's got a header and then a secondary. And you'll note that we continue the theme from the top to the bottom with these first 3 ones there, Meet Astro, World Teachers Day, and Ingenuity. The Ingenuity one is really cool. It's got the planet in the top and the bottom. The World Teachers Day, the crayons are the pattern interrupt. I thought that was really great. My apprentice did that one for Teachers Day, which was just a while ago. And then we've got different patterns. You see the one with the Rubik's Cube, the one on the second row on the right, Design Your Future. We can put, that's with our partner, Tisha Hammond. Shout out to Tisha. Hi, Tisha. And we can put some information in there. So you pre-create these templates in Google Slide or get your outsourced work to do it or us. And then you can just go in and say, instead of freedom, I want to say focus. And the one for Gen Z Summit, I want to change to do this. So basically you find a template that's close to the one you want to create and you duplicate it and then you just type in the new stuff. That saves you a ton of time. Plus you can outsource that job to someone else. One of the main reasons we use the Google products, here's some examples of the ones we created. So you saw some of the templates there, the Teacher's Day one, and then we have the graphic in the middle, or the video. The Meet Astro one on the right, that was a video. In fact, it was Amazon's video for Astro, so we didn't have to do any work. We just did a voiceover for that, right? So it's more stuff you can automate, and by automate means you not doing it, whether it's through software or outsourcing, but not back and forth, back and forth. You just tell it what to do and it gets done. That's the way our system works. The more you can do that, the more time you have to do the stuff that's really important, which is what it says, what it says. So you want to make sure you have your attention-getting headline, which might be a provocative opener. Like, let's see, do I have a provocative opener here? Well, let's see, aren't you using QR codes yet? That's what, aren't you using this? What's going on, right? That kind of stuff. So you want to make sure you're doing all of these things every time. And the best way to do that is to pre-create the templates, as I was just showing. Next tool we use is videos. This is a neat tool. So this is the interface. It essentially creates 3D rendered animations for you. And so you can go in and just put in the text, let's say the one that says Independence Day there, right? So you would just put Happy Independence Day and put your stuff below it in the yellow there, or the text on there, and then it'll automatically generate it. I'll show you what these ones look like here. So all we did is create this grand prize graphics, and we did that through an automated process. You can use like Canva. In this case, we use Snapseed. We just type the stuff in. This is the key thing with these programs. You don't have to be a design person. So in this one, you just create the graphic you want to put on there, and then you upload it to the videos interface and render it. So it might take 10 minutes. Another one, this one we use for introduction. This was our instant spotlight. And then from there, I would fade to the main picture, right? That's why it's the graphic. There's no graphics around it. Yeah, that's a great intro one, masterclass. We did that one, right? So again, you just type in masterclass and it's done. Let's see. And then there's an overlay. This one's neat. Shopify, but the laptop comes in white as well. We did it on a white one as well. Now, we didn't use the whole thing because that one's fairly long. Now, this one is a combination of a number of things that we did. So they're talking about videos right now, but this is all automated. Actually, I'm going to go back one.
A modern samurai smart event with the Digital Samurai, Martin Ricketts, hosted by Michelle Ricketts.
Hi, Michelle.
Learn faster, work smarter.
I like this animation.
Get things done. And now, here is Michelle Ricketts.
Yay. Michelle's my twin sister. Can you tell? So yeah, that one's great. And we put a number of things together for that particular video. All right, so next, we have Ripple. Now, Ripple markets itself as a social media platform. We use it for one specific reason. It has similar to videos, it does great animations, except these ones are much faster because it's not rendering 3D graphics like Adobe After Effects, but they're really good graphics. So this works really well because you as the creator can say, I want to take these 5 pictures and I want to say this beside one, this beside the other, and this beside the other, send it to the production people, and in the morning you wake up and you get your stuff. That's the way our system works. No back and forth, one time, one touch point, you tell them what you want. And we have a process for doing that. So that's extremely valuable because again, you might spontaneously come up with something. You took some pictures at the event. Please make this into a Ripple is what you'd say. And we actually have a drag and drop infographic we use for the top 5 Ripple things that we do. One of the key things with this process is that you want to limit your choices. You don't want to have a ton of choices because that takes a ton of time. And so less is more. People think they want lots of choices. These programs market themselves by saying, we have thousands of this. This is not good. You don't want thousands of things. People have decision fatigue. So what we do is we look at the best stuff from the best programs, and that's what we give you. In this case, there's about 4 or 5 of these that we use that are really good. So let's see here. First Ripple one. So it's the first one. We call this slats. So as you can see, it shows you each picture in a slat like that. Then it goes through to show you each picture individually. So that's really good as a mini slide deck or a small presentation that you could put in social. And this was one of our posts. I just wrote the little caption below, and I told them to find pictures, and they did. And then I just looked at the pictures, said, yeah, that one, no, that one. But that's the key point when I say outsourcing all the stuff you don't want to do, because you don't want to do the hard work of aggregating the stuff or putting it all together or finding the pitch and cropping and all of that. And with this system, you don't have to. Is that the last one? No, there's one more. Yeah, this one we did for Google. It's similar to the slats one. Again, it takes up time, which is good. You want that because you want to be able to cover up the time, and you could speak to this. If say it was, I'm doing about Google. I'm talking about some Google service. I could and that's exactly what I did with this one. So this is called B-roll, the stuff that you see when the person on the news is talking, but there's not volume from that. That's B-roll. So this stuff's really good for creating your own B-roll. And then the final one. So these are the top ones we picked. This one I like. We call it the wheel, right? So you can have an info title and then pictures and put the words on the side. Again, you just tell them what you want. If you want to pick your own pictures, you can, or you can let them do it for you. But the key thing is you're getting this dynamic looking, interesting content with very little work from you and no design work. That's the key point there, no design work. Even if you are a designer, it's not necessarily the best use of your time, which is the key point here. Okay, so that's Ripple. Speech Studio, well, this is very interesting because voiceovers, some people are good at talk, some are not. But the ability to create real-time voiceovers is amazing. And the voices are getting now so that many of them are indistinguishable from a human. So all you do, this is the interface, you put in the text you want, and then you put breaks in between where you want the breaks. The key thing here is this program's cheap. It's like $50, period. And it's because it's using Google's data set for doing this, which Google makes free to anyone. So there's lots of these types of programs popping up now. And it's how you use it. A lot of people, they just put the stuff in there and then they don't do anything to it. And it sounds robotic, not just necessarily because of the voice, but because of the cadence. Speech, good speech has cadence. You heard Obama talk, right? So you want to have those breaks and stuff in there. So it's less work. In fact, we trained our apprentice to do this so that when it comes out, you have a speech that sounds normal because you've got breaks and cadences. I'm going to show you an example of that in one of the videos coming up. Animoto's the next one, and it is really good. It has a couple key things, but the one I'm going to talk about right now is the ability. Now, we use this in our Perseverance Mars lander video. And the key thing here was I had a set script that I had written. And then I used the voice, Speech Studio automated voice for it. And it was 1.5 minutes. And then I had footage from NASA of the lander, right? But I still had to fill 24 seconds. So this program allowed me to say, I have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pictures. And I want them to last for 24 seconds. So it will auto-fill the pictures within a given pace of time to a piece of music or whatever you want. That's really, really useful. And again, like the other programs, you simply type in the information and you're done. And then it automates this process, which you see in a second. So again, no artistic things needed. So that means, again, you could fill this out in a cute question and answer thing. A form, which is exactly what we do. And you just put in the text what you want, and you'll get the visuals back. That is very powerful. And again, the ability to fill, for instance, Instagram requires 1 minute. A lot of the stories require 1 minute or 30 seconds. So this is the way to do that. You can say, I have this many pictures. Now, if you try to fit 100 pictures in there, it's not going to work. So you have to, do some judicious thinking about how long it would be each picture, but you don't have to do it yourself. And then you see the one that's yellow, the first one, that's highlighted. So it's going to stay on a little bit longer. You want to make as few decisions as possible in this process because that will allow you to get the most bang for the buck out of this automation process. So let's see. This is what we created from the 24-second piece, right? This is called Infinite Collage, this one. So I just put the pictures in and press that button. I can put in video and stills, right? But that's all I did. Nothing more than that. It's super powerful. This is the final version. Now, this one has all of the things I've been talking about in it.
Perseverance arrives at Mars on February 18, 2021. Landing a rover that weighs the same as a Cooper Mini on Mars is one of the most challenging engineering feats humans have ever attempted, and now NASA is doing it again. The reason it's so challenging to land Perseverance on Mars is the immense speed it is traveling at. On its approach to Mars, Perseverance is traveling over 100,000 miles per hour.
So as you see, this is the picture part. The voiceover is automated. And now there's the part from, that's part from NASA. This is the video from NASA.
Mars atmosphere. It is impossible to lose all that speed with parachutes alone. There isn't enough atmospheric drag. NASA engineers came up with an ingenious method for slowing down the rover enough to land it safely on the surface of Mars. Perseverance uses a sky crane with maneuvering thrusters to slow the rover down from 12,000 miles per hour to 200 miles per hour. Then the sky crane lowers the rover to the surface of Mars, where it lands at 2 miles per hour. The previous Mars rover, Curiosity, was the first to use the sky crane system. The system worked flawlessly for Curiosity, and NASA is hoping for a repeat performance with Perseverance. The world will find out if the Martian landing of the Perseverance rover is successful in 3 days.
And yay, it was. So, stop that. So that video had all of the things in it that I just spoke about. And that was all automated. That video was done in 4 hours. From concept, me writing the script, and incidentally, the figures, 12,000 miles, I used the Google Assistant in real time, then I voice typed it out. So again, all of these things make it so that we can do this fast and inexpensively. It's incredibly powerful. Veed is the next one we do. And its claim to fame is Subtitles. It does a number of things. It does editing, but Subtitles. Now, you might say, Subtitles, lots of stuff do Subtitles, and that's true. But you don't want to just generate subtitles because there'll be mistakes. And if you're using this for marketing, you do not want mistakes. You want to use Subtitles because then you get higher conversion because people can see them even if there's no sound, which is the way the platform, social media platforms default. But it's important to make them look good. So that this is how ours look. And most importantly, to fix the errors, because no subtitle generator will do it perfectly. This one does it to about 95%, and then we go in and we fix them. That's super important if you're going to use subtitles in that way. Let's see, I think I have one more video for you. So this is the one we use with subtitles.
It's looking to make the world.
And of course, it has a automated voiceover as well.
Imagine a world where geography, race, and physical ability cease to matter in terms of getting work or making a living. The past 2 years have ushered in profound.
The British voice is one of my favorite because it denotes authority, right? So depending which kind of voice, and female voice, male voice, American accent, there's all these different ones. I use this female one a lot because it's very, very good and it denotes authority.
A new way forward. The businesses that will succeed are the ones that embrace.
And you see, we also have this, what we call the soundbar. So this is what we call our subs and soundbar video, subtitles and soundbar. This is really easy to do, and we can repurpose your content. You give us a PDF, we turn it into soundbar and subs. You get more love from the algorithms. No work from you, right? We put the script out, we put your picture up, maybe we do a couple pictures, whatever. And then we do the soundbar and subs. Now you have a video asset that is more valuable, and you can repurpose that old stuff you've got. We now may add some B-roll to this to make it more interesting. Then we can add your talking head. If you had an original video that you did as a Zoom, then we could chop that up, do some soundbar and subs with it, put graphics with it. So this is how you repurpose your content. You can take something like a PDF, turn it to audio. We always change it to audio first because video has audio, podcasts have audio. It's all based on audio, right? You always need audio. You don't necessarily always need video, but you always need audio. So we turn whatever you give us into audio, and then from there we go on and change it into whatever you need. So those are some of the key tools we use. There's more. But how do you escape the time, money trap? You create systems and automate as much of the production as possible and outsource that automation. That's how you do it. And our content engine is how we do that. So what you saw, those tools are what we use. But from your standpoint, if your client, You simply give us the content, the PDF, the audio, whatever it is, and we turn it into lots of content. If you give us a long PDF, we can make it into multiple videos, and that's really important. And our interface for doing that is super simple. You want a background removal, you just click that. You want a word collage, a social media graphic. In fact, we have a giveaway for you. So I want you to try. I want to show you this service bot thing. Where is that here? Okay, yeah, I'll just do it here. You can scan this code. I'm sorry, I've been doing a terrible job of looking at the chat. I'm sorry about that, but I don't do it as much as I should. Yeah, but nevertheless, you can scan the code. I'm going to put in the chat the where is it here? The link, or you can go to linktree/servicebot, linktree/servicebot, and service BOT. And this is what you'll see. So what I put in here is there's a why Digital Signage is a core. That's an overview at the top. Discover awesome power Google Lens. That is a app from Google for scanning the codes and doing other stuff. It's super powerful on both Android and Apple platforms. So this is a micro lesson, one of our micro lessons, short lesson telling you how to do that. Then there's a free trial of ServiceBot. We'll get a background removal or a word collage. And then if you want more information from us, you can get in touch below there. But certainly try the free background removal by clicking on the service bot and going through that. And then below here, you see Digital Signage approved products. I have put in those 5, 1, 2, 3, 6 products that I just showed you. Now, I want to say, first of all, we do not make any commissions or sales from anything like that at all. The Digital Signage approved products are there because we want our recommendations to be seen as non-biased. So I don't have affiliate links or anything like that. I'm just telling you, these are the programs we use. I recommend you use them. But yeah, we don't have any affiliate links or like that. So these will be up for the next while, and you can try Content Bank free. Yeah, Don says he loves videos. Yeah, it's really, really great. I've been following them for a while too. But the more of these tools you can use, again, the bar's been raised. If you're not using these things, then your stuff's not going to look good compared to other people. Now, I want to make sure you understand you want to do the work of what it says. It's much more important than what it looks like. But so that's the point. You can focus on what it says, and we can focus on what it looks like. I wonder if anyone has any questions. And there's the link there, so make sure you can get that. But if you have any questions, let me know. I think I'll stop sharing now. Where's my share thing? There, I'm back. Thank you for coming to my session. And we will be, I think there's going to be a recording available later. So if you didn't get everything, that you can go do that. You're invited to network now. They're having a network. There's a networking button. So if you want to start doing that, you can. So instead of using your earlier reference to the matrix, can I upload the info to my brain? Thanks, Laurie. Appreciate that. Appreciate everyone watching. This is exciting stuff for me because there's lots of stuff happening, especially with what's going on with work home stuff. So these services are really needed. And not only that, but we have a program in Africa where we teach youth these skills and then we give them work. So if you support our program, you support youth in Africa. So it's a win-win. You guys get content and they get work. So that's great. So hi, Africans. Hi, Anne. Hi, Innocent. Thanks, everyone. And we'll see you again soon. Any questions, you can message me later. And if you want to see more about what we're doing, you can do that too. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.